What is going on, Ada Nation? Welcome to Dapp Central. My name is Fareed, and in today's video, as always, I've got some of the latest news surrounding the Cardano ecosystem. Now, the first thing I want to touch on is going to be Minswap and the fact that they've now seen an all-time high when it comes to their 24-hour volume on their DEX. I also want to touch on how the meme coin mania within the Cardano ecosystem has really played into this, and some of the rug pulls that have really come into the light here over the course of the last 2 to 3 days. Now, after we're done chatting about Minswap and the meme coins, I want to jump into Lace, which has just released their very first ever upgrade for their wallet. So we're now going to be able to download Lace version 1.1. Now I'm going to walk you guys through the process of updating your app if you're looking to do so, as well as covering exactly what is coming within this update. Now, the third thing I want to touch on is going to be surrounding World Mobile, which is aiming to connect the unconnected through a sharing economy. They have recently rolled out their expansion plan for the country of Pakistan. And since then, they've released a data package pricing model that we can expect to see within this particular region. Now, in closing of today's video, I want to touch on GeniusX and their multi-token ISPO and the fact that we're now going to be able to claim the very first 10% of the entire rewards that you may have earned throughout the ISPO in the next few weeks. So without taking up any more time, let's go ahead and dive into our very first topic here for today, which is going to be surrounding Minswap. So it states here from the official Minswap Twitter: yesterday was the highest daily volume for the Minswap DEX with more than 17 million ADA in daily trading volume. Congratulations to this team. And if you guys are not aware, over the course of the past 2 weeks, we've seen so much hype and so much trading volume surrounding meme coins. Now, I just released a video titled The Hard Truth or the Hard Reality Behind Meme Coins, which basically breaks down all of the pros and cons of these types of assets. Now, I am not necessarily for them or against them. I understand that they do play their specific role within the ecosystem. And this is one of the positives here, right? Seeing how much liquidity and how much trading volume is really coming into this space given the hype around these types of coins. Now, I am going to be touching on the downside here in just a minute, but before we get into that, let's celebrate here the fact that we have now seen in a single day more than 17 million ADA, which is equivalent right now with the price of ADA to about $6 million US being traded on this DEX in less than 24 hours. I believe the majority was surrounding the SNEC token. We also have DGAF and ETH, which all recently launched, and those also saw a ton of trading activity within the Minswap DEX. So that was the first story I wanted to touch on here. Again, given the fact that these meme coins have brought a lot of eyes, a lot of users into this space. So they do have their place here, even though some people may not want to admit that. Now, I do also want to touch on the other side of the coin here, right? So if we take a look at SNEC, which is going to be the biggest meme coin right now within Cardano, aside from Husky, we can see that over the course of the last 24 hours alone, SNEC is going to be down about 44%. So again, this is the reality of these tokens. They don't always pump and go up and to the right forever. And you have to be careful when you're trading these tokens because you never know when the price is going to tank. So we've seen the price of Bitcoin basically fluctuating between 28 and 29,000, with the recent dip down to about the $27,000 range. And since then, we've seen meme coins really take a really deep dump. And so now we're seeing, a lot of people exiting. Some people might say that this is a nice opportunity to reload. I am not here to sway you guys in either direction. You have to make the decision on your own. But I wanted to highlight here that we do have SNEC, which is arguably the biggest meme coin right now, down about 44%. Now, this is not just the only token here, and I'm not picking on SNEC. If I jump into my next tab here, we've got DGAF, which is also down about 43%. As you guys can see, it's almost back at the same exact price that it was here before the actual token launch. So a lot of upside here if you were in the meme coin within the first, 24 to 48 hours. But if you came in, or if you got FOMO and came in towards the second half, you were probably down more than 50% of your entry price. So again, really just kind of highlighting both sides of this meme coin mania, the positive that we've seen with the adoption of Minswap, and also their farm, right? They even opened up a farm here very recently for the SNEC token. But looking at the other side here too, where we're now seeing a lot of people, being dumped on if they came in after the actual run was over. Now, the last coin I want to touch on is going to be ETH, which is not necessarily Ethereum on Cardano. It's just a meme coin labeled ETH, whereas we actually have Ethereum, or a asset that gives you price exposure to Ethereum, in the IETH token being developed by Indigo. So what's crazy is that we had this Ethereum token actually generate more trading volume than IETH, which is a valid asset giving you price exposure to Ethereum, being developed by the Indigo protocol. So it really goes to show that when the meme coins are pumping, they really are pumping. A lot of liquidity that would normally be in DeFi, in NFTs, and all of these other assets immediately shift over into these highly volatile assets and risky assets. And as you guys can see, the Ethereum, or the ETH token, launched on May 9th, hit an all-time high of 0.005 ADA, and it is now back down in less than 24 hours to about the same exact price, or even a little bit lower than the pre-sale price. So that is my take there. Again, I want to show you guys the positive, and I also want to touch on the negative. Now, the very last topic that I want to touch on here surrounding the meme coin mania is going to be surrounding rugs. Now, rugs within the community, if you have somehow not heard of a rug before, it's basically when a project pulls out or takes liquidity from the ecosystem and basically disappears, right? So they're rugging you, or they're called a rug. Now, what I want to touch on is the fact that we have now seen more than 160,000 ADA being taken from the community with nothing being delivered. And these were all projects labeled as meme coins. So shout out to Bison Coin here. I don't always agree with him here. He's actually been fudding Meld quite a bit. It's kind of died down now that we've got some of these meme coins that are kind of taking his attention. Nonetheless, coming in at number one in terms of rugs, we have the Devil Coin, which I'm not even sure who would want to buy that, but they raised a total of 38,000 ADA, and they basically took down their Twitter and moved all of their assets out of their pre-sale wallet. Now, keep in mind, all of these are going to be quote unquote pre-sale. So they're basically telling you to send ADA to a wallet before they mint or distribute the token. And they basically have as a benefit the fact that you'll be able to be a quote unquote early investor, therefore potentially seeing more upside once the actual meme coin launches. Now, on the negative side, you don't know who's actually launching these, and you don't know if they're actually going to follow through by distributing a valid token. And these are going to be clear examples that people are not abiding by their word. So again, you have to be careful. Number two, we've got Blob Token, which raised 20,000 ADA and again failed to deliver. Now, shout out to Bison here for providing us with the actual evidence here. So if you guys want to actually check out the pool PM addresses where these funds were sent to and exactly where they're removed to, you can go ahead and do that. But keep in mind, this is blockchain, so there's no way to police anybody or to get any of these funds back if these people don't want to give them back. Number three, in terms of rugs, is going to be FOMO, which raised 20,000 ADA and again rugged. We have a Wojak, which this amount is not actually sure, but they did begin to raise funds. And again, they've gone dark. Followed by Snake Blue, which if you guys have been keeping up with this meme coin mania, we had Pepe, which was the initial meme coin that really started all of this hype on Ethereum. And then after that, we saw Pepe Blue launch on Ethereum, or excuse me, on Cardano. And then now we have Snake Blue. So people are really just taking ideas from other people, creating a coin. And now it's easier than ever to do so, right? With platforms like NMKR, NMaker, and there's a few other token minting platforms that are available to spin up a token in less than 5 or so minutes. So people are doing this, and they're basically advertising pre-sales, and people are buying in. Now, Snake Blue, again, rugged, deleted their Twitter after hyping everything up and having people send ADA or funds to their pre-sale address, right? So you can see here exactly how they're advertising and how people are falling into these tricks. So be careful out here. In closing, we've got GM Coin, which raised 62,000 ADA. And I saw this one personally myself before they deleted the Twitter, and their Twitter is no longer existing. In closing, we've got Chad, which raised a total of 20,000 ADA. So overall, 160,000 ADA minimum, given the fact that we don't have the full numbers for Wojak, which also raised some ADA. But all of that ADA now being taken away from members within the community and other builders that could have potentially used this to boost this ecosystem forward. So Again, I want to be level-headed in talking about the positives and the negatives in the sense that we are getting adoption, we're getting more people in here, but if this is going to be the common theme that people are basically putting up their assets as a lottery ticket or a potential, to gain like a lottery system or a casino, I don't think that it's going to be sustainable, and it's only going to invite more predatory behavior like we're seeing here with these platforms beginning to rug, and a lot of people really, trying to catch that next snack or that next Pepe. And so they're preying on people's emotions and preying on people's ADA. Again, do your own due diligence here, but I wanted to touch on that given the fact that there's been so much hype here and the fact that I also just released a video talking about all of this. Now, jumping into my next story here, I want to touch on Lace. If you guys missed the official launch of Lace Wallet, this is going to be a wallet being developed by IOG. And they've done an amazing job of listening to the community here and really delivering on exactly what the community has been asking for. So as a part of V1, we saw the traditional ADA support. We saw a staking feature. We've got the ability to review our NFTs, switch between different networks on Cardano. They've even got an address book as a part of their initial version. And so their latest tweet surrounding the recent release of version 1.1 here states, as a part of this brand new update, you're going to get access to brand new features, such as support in case you forget your password, 12 to 15 word recovery phrases, and balance is viewable in multiple fiat currencies. So if you forget your password, which is a common thing, right? Not only within Web 2, but also Web 3, they're going to be offering support in order to recover your wallet. They're also now going to support 12 to 15 seed word recovery phrases. So I believe in Cardano, you can either have a wallet that has a 12, 15 or 24 word seed phrase, right? And if we take a look at security, obviously 12 will be the least secure, 15 will be right in the middle, and then if you get a 24 seed word recovery phrase, that'll be the most secure. Now, they supported 24 words out of the gate, and they're now adding support for 12 to 15 seed word recovery phrases. The very last update is going to be surrounding multiple fiat currencies. And so if you want to view your balances, not only in ADA, but maybe, for example, in the US dollar, the Japanese yen, or the euro, or the pound as well, you could also go ahead and actually do that. And so really good to see that they're listening to the community. And one last thing I want to touch on here is going to be the fact that if you do want to update your wallet, it is going to be a seamless process. So if you have the extension already downloaded and installed, it should update automatically. But if you want to go ahead and do it manually, all you need to do is go ahead and actually open up your extensions page. You can click on this extension icon here at the top right hand corner of your Chrome browser. From here, you can click on the three dots to see more actions and then click on manage extension. So that's the page that I currently have here. From here, I can see the name of the extension as well as the current version. So I've already updated it. But if it was to show version 1.0, all I would do is click on this update button here at the top left-hand corner. And as you guys can see, it would let me know that the extension has been updated. Now, once the actual application is updated, you can open it up. And as I do so, I'm now prompted to review all of the latest release notes surrounding version 1.1.0. So again, we've got the 12 to 15 word recovery phrase, native token pricing, multi-currency support, compact number notation, the forgot your password flow, network switching shortcuts, and NFT displayed issues being resolved. I believe that that's going to be it there for that particular update. Let me jump back out of here. The next thing I want to touch on is going to be World Mobile and the fact that they've just released their brand new pricing package within the Pakistan area. Now, before I jump into that, if you guys are enjoying this video so far, I would really appreciate it if you guys could tap that like button. It's one of the easiest ways here to support me here on the channel, and I do appreciate it. It helps to get this content out to other members within the Cardano community. Jumping into this update here surrounding World Mobile, it states here introducing our Pakistan data packages now currently displayed in WUCs or World Mobile Utility Credits. If I blow this up here just a little bit, I want to talk about some of the actual pricing and how affordable it seems to be right now. So if you want to purchase about 10 gigs of data, which will last you about 30 days, you can do so by using 499 of the World Mobile Utility Credits, or about $1.75. When it comes to the standard package, that's going to be 25 gigs of data for, again, 30 days. And that's going to be about twice the price, or about $3.50. Pro for 50 gigs, about $5. The Ultra package for about 2,000 of the WUC credits, or about $7. And then the Elite package, providing you with 100 gigs of data for 30 days for about $8. Now, I don't know about you guys, but back when I first got my cellular device, getting 100 gigs of data would have cost me a lot more than $8. So to see that this is going to be affordable for members within these other countries, I think is going to be key. You may not even have everybody needing to use 100 gigs of data. If somebody maybe only wants 10 gigs of data, which is still quite a bit of data, right, in terms of calling, video, and all of these different things, that's only about $1.75. Now, the way that we're moving right now within our tech space, we are beginning to use more video calls and just using platforms that have higher quality of video. So we are consuming more in terms of the actual amount of data, but it's good to see that this is an affordable amount here for people maybe not necessarily within the United States or some of these other first world countries. So a pretty brief update there surrounding World Mobile. Now, I do also want to touch on the fact that I am going to be releasing a video here very, very soon, breaking down their latest community Twitter update, which basically talked about their rollout in Zanzibar and the fact that they're ever so close to getting Aerostats launched within that particular region. They're also going to be talking or touching on the fact that they have recently brought over and begun testing their entire workflow within the New Hampshire region in the United States, as well as their rollout, which is currently ongoing, and their beta testing for their World Mobile Global application. So stay tuned for that particular update here. I'll be releasing that within the very coming days. Now, that's going to be it there for that particular update surrounding World Mobile. The last story I want to touch on is going to be surrounding Genius X. Now, Genius X is going to be an accelerator platform or an accelerator program building on Cardano. And I want to touch on the fact that the tokens, right, for those of you who participated as a part of their Multitoken ISPO, are now going to be claimable. So this was an ISPO that took place about 1 year ago now, and it lasted about 3 to 4 months. Now, that said, this was the first of its kind. However, given regulatory uncertainty, the team has stated that they will no longer be having any additional multi-token ISPO. So this was the first and last one being held by the Genius X team. However, if you've participated, you will be eligible to earn the Legedy token, the Reach Metaverse token, the Drunken Dragon Games token, the Hell Hyena Motorcycles Club token, and the Smarties token. Now, all of these rewards will be claimable through Tosi Drop. If you guys follow me here on this channel, that's going to be the same exact rewards distribution platform that I'm using here for the Dapp Central Stake Pool. So just like you guys would claim here with my stake pool, you head over to tosidrop.io, you can enter your stake key, and then you can actually pick up or claim your tokens very, very quickly. Now, keep in mind that there is a very minor 0.2 ADA transaction fee, which right now comes out to about 8 to 10 cents. So not expensive at all in order to claim your tokens. Now, if you're wondering how many tokens you can actually claim, you can head over to the official Genius X website, which is going to be genius-x.co/ISPO in order to get access to their ISPO dashboard. So from here, you can click on the check rewards button below the multi-token ISPO, and that should take you to the dashboard. From here, you can quickly enter your stake key. Once you enter that, you can click on show rewards, and then all of these different rewards here will populate with exactly how much of the token you'll be able to claim through the Tosi Drop platform. Now, there's a few bits of details that I want to cover here before we close out today's Cardano Scoop, and that's going to be surrounding the vesting and exactly how much of the token you can claim initially. So on the 26th of May, you'll be able to claim 10% of the total value of the tokens that you've earned or that you're eligible to earn throughout the entire ISPO. So that will be claimable through Tosi Drop again. All you have to do is enter your stake key and then go ahead and claim that 10%. After that 10%, the remaining 90% will be made available beginning in August, and there's going to be a 12-month linear staking or vesting period, which will be taking place. So this is going to be done in order to make sure that these tokens that are coming out into the community by the mass will not be immediately dumped, therefore driving the value of the tokens immediately down to the floor. So again, 10% will be available on the 26th of May. And then there's going to be a 3-month lockup or wait period until the 26th of August. And then from there, you'll be able to claim that remaining 90% over the course of 12 months. Now, in terms of claiming, you can either claim all the tokens at once after they've all been vested after that 12-month waiting period, or you can begin to claim the initial 10% and then come back and then begin to claim every little amount as the vesting schedule draws out. So it's personally up to you whether you want to claim everything up front or whether you want to wait and then claim all once at the very end. I believe that that's going to take us through today's video, again, for this Cardano scoop in which we've touched on the Minswap volume, the recent downtrend in meme coins, as well as some of the recent rugs within the space. And as always, be careful. And then we touched on Lace Wallet and all the new features coming to that particular wallet, as well as World Mobile and the Genius X Multitoken ISPO rewards claim beginning on May 26th. If you guys found today's video to be helpful or insightful in any way, shape, or form, I would really appreciate it if you guys could tap that like button. If it's your first time stopping by the channel and you want more content like this, consider subscribing. And if you have any questions for me surrounding any of the topics we've touched on today, then make sure to leave a comment down below. That said, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video.